Gemini, hey, what's going on, you all? How are you? My name is Antoine. Gemini, I want to welcome you back to the House of Luminance. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into our message like I always try to do. All right, so this energy is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or anyone here who's connected to a Gemini. All right, this is the love energies that are surrounding you whenever it is that you're guided to this message. This could tap into a possible past, present, or future love situation. All right. So, what are the energies for Gemini? Let's get one more shuffle. Okay. All right, Gemini, your central energy that you have here is Book of Love. All right. And then under the deck, we have Yes. Ooh. Okay. So, Book of Love, and then under the deck, we have Yes. So, Gemini, what I'm sensing from this energy here is that I do feel like there's definitely someone that you like or that really, really likes you. And I'm trying to figure that out right now. But there is someone that really does like the other person. And this person really, like, kind of checks off all of their boxes, right? Or there's this energy where the other person feels like they're very matched in values. Okay. I also get this feeling as though where the energy that you have, the connection that you're making with an individual feels as though it's right out of the pages of your favorite love story or, a book, or just maybe some sort of relatable experience to something else that you have read about or that you maybe experienced secondhand. Okay, but nevertheless, though, I do feel like this is a beautiful connection that's coming forth. Okay, there is this kind of backing or maybe even a push from universe or from spirit or from God, which says yes. Okay, now I am okay. So with this romance here, Gemini, well, I am sensing that, of course, it doesn't come without its prickly points, right? Or its thorns. So there may be certain things that, you and another individual are trying to, come to terms with, or if not even that deep, it's like, there are just maybe some things that you just, you don't really care for, but as a whole, this person does kind of seem to match what it is that you're looking for in a relationship, or at least that's how they feel about you. Either way, let's go ahead and pull some energy here with the tarot so that we can clarify this more. Because what it sounds like it's the beautiful beginnings of something, which is always exciting. Okay. Okay, I just heard something, y'all. So listen, this won't be for everybody, but for many of you, I feel like you may be reopening a book or a chapter that you closed with another individual before that that chapter could have a part two in your book. So, all right, that was somebody's message. Let's go ahead. All right, so we have the Nine of Cups here, Gemini. All right, so I feel like for the most part, Gemini, things are really going pretty well for you, especially in this connection. Things seem to be pretty easygoing. I feel like Gemini, maybe you're at a point right now in your life where it's just like, whatever, either way. Okay. If this person wants to be around, cool. If this person doesn't want to be around and I'm just out here by myself, okay, that's cool too, because it just feels like you're just content, you know? It's like you're just not stressing any outcome. Okay. Okay, so we have the Emperor here, Gemini, and I get the feeling with this Emperor energy here is that, yeah, you're really the reason why you kind of have this attitude is because you're taking the lead here in this story. You're not letting anybody else write the book for you. And when I say the book, I mean you're not letting anyone else write your story or your, you want to be in control on how on how this particular relationship will develop. Okay, that may come from possibly a lack of control in other areas or in other relationships, but that's getting ahead of myself. So yeah, so before I do that, anyway, at this point, for what I can see is I do feel like you are taking the reins of what's being included in the story of your life and of your love. Okay, just regardless of who's around you or not. If it wasn't with this person, it'd be the same thing with someone else. Yeah, the King of Wands here, Gemini. So, for sure, yeah, definitely. Again, this is just that action-oriented energy here, Gemini. This is where this the King of Wands is someone who they execute the plan, right, and they know the plan. They've been around a time or two, and so they've had a certain level of experience here, Gemini. And I feel like, again, based off those experiences, this is just a more controlling role for you to take, or better yet, I won't say controlling. It's a less passive role for you in this manner to do so, which may be different from what you've experienced before. But I think for whatever this connection is, it works. And I'm also hearing, Gemini, you may not even be necessarily connected to anyone right now or at all or that interested in that. But when you will, or when you do become interested in that, it will be because you're ready. And because it'll be what you will want to include in the chapters of your life, of your love, moving forward. Dang, yes, the King of Pentacles, Gemini. Wow, look at all this King energy for sure. For sure. Okay, Gemini, some of y'all have a story. Some of y'all have a story that needs to get out there, that needs to be published. It needs to be put out there as a book. I don't know, a song, a short story, movie, podcast, YouTube channel, something. It needs to be put out there, Gemini. And this could be about certain experiences that I feel, wow, Gemini, this doesn't really feel this really doesn't feel that connected to a specific person. This really feels like something that you need to do, or something that you can do to kind of I don't know, how can I say this, y'all? I want to make sure that I explain it right. This is definitely about what you'll be okay, so this is really honestly about you trying to heal, okay? And you trying to find self-love, but also not necessarily finding self-love, but just finding that love within yourself. Um, I just said the same thing twice. Y'all, okay, don't cut me off. No, for real. This is a beautiful message, Gemini. I just don't know why I can't explain it. I guess it's because I don't want to sound cliche. I don't want to sound like, you know, oh, well, it's about self love and blah, blah, blah. But I do feel like this. I feel like this is somebody has a story that they need to get out, that they need to express for their own healing, for their own journey. But it's also going to be lucrative as well. Okay. And it feels like you're getting your power back in that way. Yeah. Under the deck, the Nine of Pentacles. So for sure, definitely. Nine, nine. Yeah, I think that you're really just kind of maybe content where you are right now, but you do have experiences in love. Okay, we'll put that there. You do have experiences in love. Okay, under the deck there again is the Eight of Pentacles now. So It's time to put those experiences that you had in love to work for you. Okay, so that you can benefit from it. If you, I mean, if you feel like exploiting yourself, I guess, I don't know. Oh, these messages, girl. Okay, so Gemini, let's go ahead. Y'all like, what is Antoine talking about? Okay, so we have the Lover's energy. The Lover's energy here. Okay, and then the Hierophant. Wow. Okay, interesting. Interesting, Gemini. So, okay, listen, I feel like a lot of you in the past there's been therapy, right? And you've been talking to people, you've been having mentorships or, something, right? You've been just trying to figure out yourself, figure out, maybe why things in the past didn't work or why you haven't found what you've really been looking for or whatever, right? Through that, I feel like you kind of understood that through the therapy, I feel like you've understood, Gemini, that why did I just lose what I was going to say? Oh my God, Gemini. Okay. So I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Okay, so you've had therapy. I feel like you've immersed yourself even into different organizations, you know, um, and it feels like for many of you, there's been a choice that you made instead of like, okay, instead of having or trying to find love again, I'm going to just kind of like immerse myself into my community, or I'm going to immerse myself into just trying to understand other things in other ways. But my point is that there was a focus shift, and so you didn't really put that attention into finding love. However, the experiences that you have had in love have been there, and I feel like they are worth kind of getting off your chest or putting out into the world, if that makes any sense. So let's go. Okay, so we have the Hermit. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, again, you're really withdrawn right now in this moment, Gemini, as far as romance goes, and I feel like that's just a personal choice. Um, wow, this reading is just really wacky. Again, another energy of just being closed off. The four of Pentacles. Wow. So this really is just the reason why I'm so confused is because at first I was getting this energy of like you and someone making a connection, and that connection being, like pushed by spirit, backed by spirit, right? But as I clarify this energy, I really feel more, Gemini, where it's like you're choosing yourself. Like you're choosing yourself. But at the same time, not only are you choosing yourself, you're actually really active in other people's like love situations, as far as like people come to you about advice. People come to you with, their stories or their questions and stuff like that. And you maybe you're collecting all of those things, and you're gonna put them out into some sort of, I don't know, whatever I explained before, right? Like a book or something. Okay, we have the Seven of Cups. So, Gemini, I feel with the Seven of Cups energy, I feel like, in a lot of ways, I don't think that you think that you know as much as you do. But as you kind of look back over your life and over your experiences and the things that you've chosen to do, You understand, like, you know what, I have actually done a lot, I have experienced a lot. Okay, again, hangman energy, so I don't feel like there's this pressing energy for you to really be into a relationship. However, I do get this energy of you wanting to give. Okay, um, because for you that feels less confusing than trying to find love or being in love. You know, it's like, well, I'll love my community, I'll love my, the people that I support. Like, I'll do that, I'll have that kind, I have plenty of that love, and you truly do. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shut up, Gemini, because wow, this message, I don't know why I was having a hard time getting this out. I don't know why. And again, I feel like I do though. I feel like it was because I didn't want to sound all cliche and talk about self love and whatever. But hopefully, this was for someone. And I'll see you guys later.